Everyone's freaking out. Alex Reyes, news not before spring training even starts that he might be going under the knife for Tommy John surgery. Brendan Weesey, who is on the Big 550 KTRS Sports Show that starts at 6:30 each and every night, joins us. Good morning, Brendan Weesey.
Good morning, McGraw. How are you?
All right, so what do we know exactly about this?
Well, we're going to find out a lot more apparently in the next 20 minutes or so. John Mozeliak meeting with reporters down in Jupiter, and I guess we're all anticipating the worst, that Tommy John surgery is going to be in the offing. Ken Rosenthal of Fox Sports reported last night that that's the direction this thing is heading, with a second opinion coming. But McGraw, I think we know how this usually ends, and generally when you're talking about an elbow, Tommy John surgery is the most likely scenario. So, I mean, it's a brutal deal. It's a brutal deal for the top prospect in baseball. Baseball Prospectus has Reyes atop their 101 prospects to begin the season, and I mean, really, the sky was the limit for this kid to start 2017, and it looks like he's never really going to get off the ground here. Yeah,
well, as terrible as it sounds, the people come back from Tommy John surgery oftentimes bigger and better. So it isn't like this is a career-ending injury. It's a year-ending injury, but not necessarily a career ender. So assuming the worst, Brendan, what do the Cardinals do now for that fifth spot?
Well, I think the most logical replacement, McGraw, is going to be Michael Wacha. And see, that's a great thing. If we're just talking about the fifth starter, then Michael Wacha fills in admirably. You know, the problem is that we kept on hearing, fifth starter for Alex Reyes. Alex Reyes could have, when it's all said and done, could have been the second best pitcher on the staff this year. That's the deal. You would have tried to limit his innings, but nobody can come in on this roster and any other roster out there to try and replace him. Nobody does what Alex Reyes potentially does for the Cardinals. So Wacha can come in, though, and certainly be a very capable number 5 starter in a rotation. His numbers last year weren't great, but if you take a look at things like strikeout rate and walk rate and home run rate, McGraw, his numbers pretty much lined up with what he did his entire career so far. So if the defense is just a little bit better behind Michael Wacha in 2017, I think Wacha is going to be just fine.
What about Trevor Rosenthal? Because they're talking about him being a starter.
He's an option. They're trying to stretch him out. So we'll see. If Rosenthal isn't your closer, and this is a guy that has said on a number of occasions that he still wants to start, I think he's going to get at least a look, and he's sort of the great unknown here because his stuff has always played up in the bullpen, but he certainly has the pitching repertoire to go out there and be a starter in the big league. So if Wacha falls on his face, Rosenthal could get a shot. I'm not sure if I like him better in the bullpen or the rotation, depending on where he lands, but I think he's going to get a look.
If Rosenthal's not the closer, who's the closer? The final boss?
Oh yeah, final boss is your guy. I mean, you're going to have to. He's going to have to do something pretty epic to lose this job. He's absolutely your guy in the ninth inning to start the year.
Right.
But as we saw last year in the playoffs, McGraw, you need more than one big time arm coming out of your pen, and I think the Cardinals are better if Rosenthal is in the seventh or the eighth inning as opposed to the rotation. But we'll see.
Well, you are definitely the final boss when it comes to all Cardinal news. Brendan Weesey, what's on the show tonight? More about Alex Reyes, I'm assuming, right?
We'll definitely break down Alex Reyes. And then we got Mizzou basketball tonight, McGraw. Alabama up in Columbia for another tilt with the Tigers. Hey, Mizzou looking for three straight home wins, I should say. So we'll have some Tiger basketball after the big sports show.
Brendan, thanks for getting up early. Have a good day.
Thanks, McGraw.
You got it. 7:58 KTRS.